Okay, so the ground branch update is finally out of the community test environment. And let's cancel this for a second. Turn to the main menu, and it is, as I thought, version 1032. I've seen the number for long enough. I should know. Let's see. I wanted to try out the rig. I set expected enemy resistance at 20, mission type terrorist hunt, time limit 60, no big deal. But I wanted to show you how I'm adjusting the AI in advanced settings. So, max turn rate, how quickly the AI can turn degrees per second. I'm lowering that to 160, not a full 180, and that's because if someone does a full 180 in 1 second, I want them to be 20 degrees off at least. Maybe we could change that to 165 or 170. I don't want them to be exactly 180. That's robotic. I want them to be off a little bit when they do a full 180 in 1 second. Max sprint turn rate. Here they have 100 degrees. I don't think so. Let's try 55 degrees. So that's not 45. They're at a full sprint, mind you. They're at a full sprint, and then they're wanting to turn in 1 second. 55 degrees. Not 90, because this isn't Tron. We're not on light cycles. You're not doing a 90 at a full sprint. 55 is better. Max head look rate. How quickly the AI can look around separately to aiming. Here they have it at 320. That's nice, there are guys who are trained to check their six, but I'm thinking that may take 2 seconds. There's going through the motions of checking your six, right? And then there's actually looking at what you're seeing. And your peripheral vision is just kind of peripheral. It's not great for detecting details or perceiving details. It's kind of okay for seeing that something's moving there, but I'm setting max head look rate to, what was it default? Max head look rate, was it 180? How quickly it was like 320, wasn't it? Anyway, I want to set it for 180. And recoil compensation skill, I don't know, let's say maybe they turn their head a little bit. So we'll say 200 for that. Recoil compensation skill, how much recoil the AI compensates for when aiming. I'm going to leave that because I'm not really sure how to adjust that. Suppression recovery rate, how quickly the suppression value is reduced per second. I mean, is that saying that after 10 seconds the suppression wears off? It says how quickly the suppression value, what is the value, is reduced. Yeah, is reduced. How quickly per second. So that's 10 seconds. Suppression wears off after 10 seconds. I'm going to make that 8. On target threshold. Limit while aiming at a target to be considered on target. Here, they've set that to 5 degrees, which is pretty wild. Let's look at something. Google MOA converted, or let's say degrees converted to MOA. No, I really want to go the other way. MOA converted to degrees. So 1 MOA at 100 yards is 1 inch. So say a man his torso is, I don't know, what would you say, 1.5 feet across? Or would it be 1 foot across? Let's say 1.5 feet, so that would be 12 plus 6, 18. Let's call it 20 inches. So 20 inches. And where is my gain? And on target threshold. Limit while aiming at a target to be considered on target. So let's say 20 inches, which would be 20 MOA. And that's 0.33 degrees. So let's say they're using iron sights though. And the front sight post at 300 yards, which would be 3 inches for 1 MOA, or 60 inches for 20 MOA. So the front sight post would be as wide as a human torso, and you could potentially be off by a full width of a front sight post. So the center of the target, 60 MOA divided by 2 is 30, and then tack on another 60, 30, tack on 60, 90, makes 1.5 degrees. I'm going to go with that. Now there's some red dots that are like 2 MOA, 3 MOA, but I would think if you're using professional, let's see, what about the EOTech? How many MOA is the dot on an EOTech? EOTech 512 MOA dot reticle. Let's say it's the HWS, the 512, that's the old one. What did it say there? 68 MOA circle. Yeah, but what's the dot? Reticle 68 and a 1 MOA dot. Okay. So, but they could be using iron sights. So we're going to say 90 converts to 1.5 degrees. So where's my gain? On target threshold. I'm going to call it 2. Limit while aiming at a target to be considered on target. So now if they're really unprofessional, they might be even more off of that. Maybe their weapon's not zeroed, but we're considering that these people like at least know how to zero their weapons, I guess. Of course, if they're in Afghanistan, who knows? I'm going to try to leave that as 2.0 and see how that goes. Center of mass bone. I didn't see that the first time. I like the spine. Oh, there's 3 different spine settings: pelvis, clavicle, bone that AI considers a character's center of mass for aiming purposes. Should always be center of mass, which sounds like it's probably spine too. Yeah, so go with that. I'm totally against AI that aims for the head. Just because, like, you're not going to aim for the head with with a holo sight. You're not going to be aiming for the head at 300 meters. At least, I don't believe so. Not the way I was trained. A typical soldier aims center of mass, and that's a trained soldier. Like an untrained, like jihadist, I don't even know what they aim for, but I would imagine that just out of common sense, which is maybe giving them the benefit of the doubt, they would aim center of mass, but who knows? I think they actually shoot and then just, you know, let Allah's will direct the bullets. I really think some of them shoot that way. It's like they spray a bunch of bullets in the general direction of the enemy, and if Allah wills it, one of those bullets will connect with the bad guy. If Allah doesn't will it, and you get shot, well then that was Allah's will also, really. Of course, not all the bad guys in this game are going to be jihadists. So, deliberate miss time. How long the AI should deliberately miss for when engaging a new target. Here they have it at 2 seconds, which is pretty rational. Deliberate miss blend out time 1 second. So it could be as low as 1 second, which seems pretty rational to me. And that's just to prevent like super AI drilling you in the head in a split second, I guess. Deliberate miss distance threshold distance at which a deliberate miss is blended away because too close. Minimum 100 equals 1 meter, so 500 equals 5 meters, which is roughly 15 feet. Very roughly, right? And 15 feet is the engagement distance at which most gunfights happen. Maybe not on the battlefield, but on the street. And even in 15 feet, people miss a ridiculous amount of times, I guess. But we're not talking about your typical guy on the street. But 15 feet seems like a good calculation. And that deliberate miss, that's just so that the AI doesn't super drill you, the very computer second that it sees you. Of course, there are other settings here that actually prevent that too, so that's good. I'm glad they've implemented some of these advanced settings. Error or aim error update interval. How often the aim error alphas should be changed. I don't know what the hell that is, so I'm leaving that as is. Reaction time base 0.4. Time it takes to react to just sensed in seconds. So here they have this at 4, and then reaction time random. It adjusts randomly by plus or minus 1 second. That is too little. Reaction time base, I believe I set that last time before I defaulted it again to 6, and then I'm setting this to 5. So he could have a reaction time of 0.1, or he could have a reaction time of 1.1 if he's really derp. So, and that could happen. He could be really derp. And you know what? I might be really derp, but I just think that's realistic. I prefer realistic AI over challenging AI, because even realistic AI can be challenging, but at least then you're getting realism. You're not fighting robots. You're not fighting Terminators. You're trying to simulate human AI here, so make it realistic. I know like some players, they like it as challenging as possible. That's great. You do that, but when you show me your video, it's not going to look realistic. So there's got to be a certain cinematic quality to it that looks like it's happening on this planet, you know? So that's why I advocate realistic settings in AI. Alert hearing threshold. Threshold, well, first, idle hearing threshold. Now, I'm not sure about how this works here. Is it saying that if the sound is... I'm not sure how this works, so I'm just going to leave that as is. I'm going to give the devs the benefit of the doubt. They put some thought into that, and honestly, I would have to research the amount of decibels that your common sounds might be, like maybe the jingling of your gear, or the how many decibels, whatever. A well suppressed maybe HKMP5 SD is, firing subsonic ammo, right? So I would have to look into what the measurements of those sounds are in decibels to see what I can expect. Your typical human who's either idle or alert to hear. But I would think these numbers are like closer, unless idle means you're running your mouth, or you're on your smartphone, or you're listening to your music and your buds, or but like background noise would have a lot more to do with the ability to hear sounds of different levels than whether you're alert or idle, because like a sound can make you alert from idle in like a split second. Like sometimes I'm sleeping and I hear a sound and it jerks me awake so fast that my whole system floods with adrenaline and my heart starts beating like a trip hammer, and so it doesn't take long for the same sound to elevate you from being idle to alert, and you can hear even when you're asleep. At least for me, even when I'm asleep, I can hear a sound that would alert me just as well as if I'm alert. So I don't know. I'd have to research those settings. Idle affiliation site threshold. Threshold for idle AI to determine that a sighted player is hostile. I'm not sure if that is seconds. If that's seconds, I think that's pretty good, but it can, if there's no, it doesn't seem like there's any randomness in this either. There should be some random settings for that, I think. So it's saying generally it takes them 1.5 seconds to determine that a sighted player is hostile. There's a lot of factors involved in that. Are what's their uniform? Are they holding a weapon that is very recognizable, like a Dragunov SVD? So I'm just going to leave these like they are. Idle suspicion sight threshold. Threshold for idle AI to become suspicious of a player in view. 1 second. Suspicious of a player in view. So then I guess they like pay more attention. Threshold for alert AI to become suspicious of a player in view. So maybe after they become suspicious, then they try to determine whether the sighted player is hostile or not. That would make sense. I would probably list suspicious before determining whether the player is hostile or not, just so you have the understanding of the flow of how the AI works. Now this is the fun part. Max semi-auto burst. Here they say 10. Maximum amount of rounds an AI can fire off in rapid succession in semi-auto firing modes. I'm going to say more like 8. I'll lower that a little bit from 10. Now, like if you're Garen Thumb, yeah, you could probably easily pop off 10 rounds in succession. Are you going to? And is your typical Tango going to 10? You know, your trigger finger, depending on the number of pounds pull in your rifle, your trigger finger can get tired pretty fast, you know, popping off rounds in rapid succession in semi-auto. And if you're going to do that in semi-auto, why wouldn't you just flick it to full auto, you know, if you're wanting to put out that many rounds? Now, this is the really fun part. Minimum full auto burst. It says 3. Nope. I can fire an AK. I did it once in the Army when we were having light infantry training. Got to fire an AK. Easily pull off 2-round bursts with an AK in full auto. Easily. And why did I do it? Well, it's because all the other guys, they were just firing a whole 30-round mag, because that's all we got was one 30-round mag to play with this AK. They were firing the whole mag in full auto in one burst. You know, they were blowing their load. Me, I was trying to lengthen my pleasure. So I was firing off 2-round bursts. And and the other guys are pretty impressed by that, because I wasn't the most physically fit soldier, and I kind of had the reputation for being like a Rambo type know-it-all, which in there, when you say Rambo in the Army, that's kind of a derision. That's ridicule if they call you Rambo. Because, you know, I'd read Soldier of Fortune magazine, Survival Guide magazine, American Survival Guide, you know, SWAT Weapons and Tactics. You know, I'd read all these gun magazines, and I learned stuff that I hadn't read in a field manual, because I wasn't trained in infantry. That wasn't my MOS. You know, I went to light infantry training for like 2 weeks, like everybody else in the division, but you know, I wasn't a grunt. But I knew some things, you know, because I read about it. So then when they saw me cooking off 2-round bursts with the AK, I think they were a little impressed by that. So minimum amount of rounds as an AI can fire off in rapid succession in full auto firing mode. So I put that to 2 because they might fire 2-round bursts. Plus, it's going to sound really freaking cool when they do. And maximum amount of rounds an AI can fire off in rapid succession in full auto firing modes. They could burn off a full 30, but I don't think like anybody's going to do that, you know, because your weapon's just going to go runaway most of the time. You know, you're going to want to, your weapon's going to rise, and you're going to want to correct your sight picture, you know. If he's a real retard, you know, he might fire off the whole magazine in full auto, but I'm giving these tangos the benefit of the doubt that none of them are complete retards, and I certainly don't want to turn it up to 30 and make it possible for many tangos to be complete retards. So I'm thinking 20 or 25. We'll say 25. I'm going to reach a compromise between the two, 22, right? That way, yeah, they can potentially burn off a whole lot of rounds, but then they'll still have some rounds left in their magazine, you know, to pull off another burst before they have to reload. So it could catch a player by surprise. You know, they might think, oh, he blew his load, but then he's got 8 rounds left in the mag. So minimum delay between bursts. Minimum delay after last shot is fired in a burst before AI can start another burst. Max delay after last shot is fired in a burst before an AI can start another burst. I think I turned this up to like if a guy has a gun go run away and it gets away from him a little bit, it might take him potentially 1,000. It might take him 1.5 seconds to recover. Minimum delay between bursts 0.35. I think we'll go with that. Lean chance. How likely AI is to lean when available? Ooh. Okay. Okay, so we're dealing with, I mean, I wish I could set this so that it was specific to the different training levels of the AI, right? But we're using an AI that's difficulty level custom. So here it's saying if they have a potential to lean, the AI will take that opportunity to lean 100% of the time. That's just garbage. I don't know why that's the default setting. I'm gonna say, because we're not talking about stepping out from a corner, stepping out from cover. We're saying when they're at a corner, they're gonna lean out 100% of the time. No, they're not. So we could just make it 0.5 to say they'll do it 50% of the time. But I think that's really giving them the benefit of the doubt too. Now, whether this AI also applies to the team members, I don't know. I'm assuming that this just applies to the tangos. If the settings for tangos also applies to team members, well, that kind of sucks. They definitely need to be separated. 2 separate bodies of AI there. And that's one of the reasons I like realistic settings versus super challenging settings, because these special operators that you play in these games, they're supposed to have a significant advantage over the people they're facing. That's why they get sent in, because they're the, you know, I'm not going to be cliche and say the best of the best, but probably hundreds of thousands of dollars have been invested in their training versus some Afghani farmer with a Mosin Nagant in his hands who occasionally takes a pot shot, maybe at, I don't know who, someone on a motorcycle, I don't know. So lean chance, I'm going to say 0.4. So those are my settings. And I assume that they're saved. And now I'm probably going to go in and get my ass kicked. because I have heard that this oil rig is a nightmare, and I believe them, because this isn't the oil rig from, was it Rainbow Six One, or was that Rainbow Six Eagle Watch? Because I don't think there was an oil rig map in Rogue Spear. I think there was one in the original Rainbow Six One on PC back around 1998, 99, something like that. So anyway, let's forgot my controls here. So here's my wall walker, and I think I hit F. Where's my HUD? Where's my menu? Oh, there it is. Customize. Is that what I was wearing last time? I don't remember that. Appearance. That guy looks like, what was his name? Yon Gruffud or something? The guy that was in Horatio Hornblower. This guy's Asian. I don't know. That guy kind of looks Middle Eastern. Yeah, that guy definitely looks like Horatio Hornblower. I guess we'll go with him. Facial hair. Where's my facial hair? Dudes, give me my facial hair. Oh. 0 out of 0. Hated it. Or is that 0 out of 10? Sorry. Just because of the lack of a beard. M4A1 SOP mod. Is that what that said? Wow, that's taken us back. Yeah. SOP mod, that was like one of the best guns in Rainbow Six One and Rogue Spear if you had a weapons mod. Mark 18. Look at all these. It's just AR, 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 AR. Pff, give me a break, guys. I know. That's what the industry, that's how it goes, but where's the Galil? They took the Galil away? Why? Unless it's another... Didn't they have a Galil in this game? I think that they did. I mean, I can understand it not being in there because I don't really think anybody's using it anymore. Unless you're Colombian police, maybe. Mark 46. But I mean, I'm kind of a little bit offended that there's no Israeli representation here. Like no Tavor. I don't know. Maybe the professionals don't use Tavors. Anyway, I kind of like the 416, I guess. This is no Galil Ace. And kind of like the M9, its capacity, special purpose, still nothing there. Reversed ball cap. Oh, a ghillie hood. That's new, I believe. And you can change the color. And it looks like you're a member of Queen. Let's see, like, if I do this, and I go, oh, or a member of Twisted Sister. Twisted Sister, what's that? I mean, yeah, you know, all cool. Oh, okay, so they could do that. They can do that, but No Galil, no Tavor. Let's see. I like boonies. Only 2 colors? No, got black ones. Multi. Ranger green. Nice. Looks like they got the colors straightened out. OD. That OD's a little dark. Anyway, I don't really want a boonie when my cranium could get cleaved in two. I guess this, because, oh, no. Where's the, Shamog? Oh, wow. I can go around like a raghead. I don't remember if they had that before. Guess we can do this. Can I add? I can, right? There we go. Oh, I gotta put it on there. That's right. No? There we go. Marker strobe. Not here. Up there. Headset. No? What? Oh, here. There we go. Now we're looking. Apply. Helm tricked. Okay. And, ooh, M81. Wait a second. That barely looks like woodland. It almost looks like multicam black. Let's just olive drab, too dark to be olive drab. Ranger green is a bit better. We'll just do that. Platform. JPC or MPC? Oh, wow. Ranger green, sure. Shirt. Base layer, combat shirt, roll, fleece hoodie, flannel shirt, polo, t-shirt. Let's do this. That looks pretty good. Drab, holster, gloves, footwear. What's my footwear looking like? Yeah, pants, combat pants, ghillie pants. Huh, interesting. We're not doing that though. Tactical pants. Combat pants. And, oh wow, lots to choose from there. Oh, that looks freaking cool. Okay. And what about my combat shirt? F yeah. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. Good job on those textures. That looks fantastic. Good job, guys. I love it when they get the tiger stripe right. And eyewear. Gotta be looking too cool for school. Oh yeah. And black. Yeah, why not? And mask. Balaclava. Black. Or olive drab. Or tan. It's a bit better. And, oh, foliage green and gray. Okay. Name. Got 22 magazines of 5.45, 2 frag grenades, and I'm about 60% encumbered. Apply. Should I save all this? Oh, yeah, I need some accessories. Muzzle, suppressor, magazines, yeah, muzzle, under barrel, stubby grip, vertical grip, bipod grip, angled grip. And it's got the OKP on it, like I like. Sights. There's ACOGs, ASRs, EOTech 553, XPS3, Cobra is the EKP. I like the OKP, but let's see, micro iron sight, micro T1, Mark IV, MRO, OKP, PM2, Pro, RMR, Spectre, SRS. The SRS is pretty awesome. I'll give you that. Let's see. Rail mounts, EBR extender riser. Does that work on this? Risers. That's if you want to like co-witness your sights with the, or your iron sights with your other sights. I guess. Lights, lasers. Already got the and PQ15 on there. So apply and call this AK tricked. And then M9A3 magazines, ammo, 20 rounds. Yes, please. Muzzle suppressor. Yes, please. Tack light. Yes, please. Apply. M9 tricked. Okay. And so save. Save current kit as, I don't know, assault, I don't know, and I don't know, Ranger SEAL. It's like a Ranger slash SEAL, we don't know. And oh wait, so this should be, we'll just call this SEAL slash UDT, even though it might not be, right? So, and we'll just call this Ranger SEAL, whatever. Okay, apply. Alright, so that took a while. Sorry about that. I just wanted to, you know, half this game is Barbie dress up, so So I'm going to prepare to get my ass kicked here. Insertion at 1800. Where do I... Anywhere? Anywhere? Wow, lots of insertion points here. Deck 2. I guess here. Oh, and I can I increase the brightness? I can't? Oh, man, that's as bright as it gets? Are you serious? That's, you know, I'm red-green colorblind, and they had a setting where you could change the, red to, what's this saying? Oh. You know, I didn't go in and change any of these settings. 70 degrees, eye bias, camera's position at the character's right eye, yeah. Frame rate, resolution, VSync, false, turned off VSync. Okay. Gameplay. Grenade arc color. Oh, cool, there's a grenade arc now. Grenade impact color. Nice. Actually, I kind of like blue more. I'm not sure if this is blue or pink. Okay. And let's go with that. And show, where is the sight priority, scope, red dot, iron sights. Default reticle brightness. 5, please. Max pitch. Semi-auto. High ready. Show standing, show crouched. Interaction prompts. Interaction ring, display size. Interaction ring color. Controls, sensitivity, ADS, where is the button for laser, zoom in, zoom out, reticle brightness up is home, right? That's what I was doing. They used to have a button where you could change the color of the reticle to green. Because, I mean, this thing is not gleaming like a star. Apply. I mean, if it was red and it gleamed like a star, that would be one thing, because you could see it like it would look like a red star hovering in space. But it just looks like a, so I can't even see it. Look at that. That's gone. You can't see that at all, which, I mean, yeah, that might be kind of typical, but it's not bright at all, man. It needs to be a lot brighter than that. You know, that's great. You're playing on your Uber monitor, super duper computer. I'm not. What am I? 1920 by 1080. I need. Wow, they're running around. I can hear it. Oh shit! Oh, I'm dead. I told you I was gonna die. Golly, that. Ooh, goosebumps, man. This is like the AI compared, if you compared Rainbow Six One on the PC to Rogue Spear AI, that's the ramp up that this feels like compared to the last build of Ground Branch. So let's try inserting somewhere else. Oh my gosh. This is, I mean, this is just a meat grinder. Everything about this is just asking to die. Let me switch to full auto. What's the button for full auto now? Come on. Let's see, primary weapon, secondary. Where's weapons? Weapon attachments. Communication. Run, interact, fire, aim down sights. Where do I, fire mode selector, X. No, that should be B. It's always been B. We'll use X for now. I'm switching to full auto because look at this. Look at all these angles, man. Shadows everywhere. Oh shit, there's one. Look at him. Looking around. That is awesome. That is awesome. Okay, you can look around more than that, you know. Up. Anybody hear that? Oh, that's right. Shit. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
I see you!
Did I drop him? He's not making any noise. I think I might have dropped him. I didn't hear his body hit the ground. Oh my gosh, look at all these angles, man. I hear movement. This is awesome, dude. Oh, he was up there. Look at that. I gotta look up there, over here. Oh my gosh. It was messy, but I don't know. I think I got him. Oh no, I didn't. I'm not sure my rounds are getting through there. Look at this nightmare. Look at this. Is he dead? Or did he run up there? He's dead. Wow. Fantastic map, man. I think I can operate this door. He better drop. I put enough rounds. Why are all these doors open? Is this just what they're doing for the game now? Is just throwing all the doors open? There's a dude right there. Couldn't see me because the door was blocking his view. Come on out. Come out. Whew. Should have had me. And he was within 15 meters, so... Oh, I really hate being in this hallway. The running sounds, all those footsteps. It's unnerving.
I hear them.
Damn it, he's right out there. So let's assume the pathing is flawless, and that, like in Rogue Spear, if they see you across the map, they path perfectly to you from across the map. That'd be funny if they lost their way on the way. It's not good lighting.
I see enemy!
Well, there should be an AI setting as like whether the AI calls out or not. Because if they're like really professional, they might not call out. It could take like all day to search all of this. I'm supposed to do it in 60 minutes? I don't like being here. Okay, I already went up there, didn't I? It's up above. Where's the set of stairs that takes me up? Oh, my hand. I think I'm getting carpal tunnel or something. Maybe a bone spur on my mouse clicking knuckle. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's fire. Just holding a mouse anymore. I don't like this place. Look at this. Can't work in these conditions. Oh, was he up there? Oh! Oh. Okay. Well, that's enough excitement for me. 15 hits, 8 kills, 191 shots, accuracy 8%. Crap, in other words, right? Match summary. 0 of 2 successful attempts. Oh, so you get multiple tries? That's nice. Okay, so I don't want to ruin the Zero Dark 30 compound by playing that in single player. I'm waiting for some friends on the cooperative collective, the co-op collective. Gonna play that with Pseudonix and Pseudogoon, I think is he might be going by Pseudogoon now, and server side issues and then we've got one more gent still learning his username. So we may tackle this together then, the Bin Laden compound. Meanwhile, I think I'm going to have some coffee, chill out a bit. So thanks for watching. So yeah, try out those settings of mine. Obviously, you could still die to the AI, but I think it's more human. I would have liked if that one AI would have checked his 6 a little more, but I don't know. But at least it gives you the opportunity to get a drop on the AI. They don't just no-scope, 360 no-scope you. So thanks for watching.